Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So today, guys, we are working on the red Fiesta, the one at the back. The paint shop has told me the parts are ready for that car. Go and collect them, bring them back, we'll have a look at it and then start sort of just putting them back on the car and putting that one back together. Good news on this donor car. Now, last week we took off the doors, both doors, the wing, we've got the dashboard, all those bits and pieces are off now. I did that because of a car that I was trying to win and did win yesterday, Bank Holiday Monday. I won another Fiesta and it's gonna, all the parts that we need are just this side, along that side and the dash. So it's not gonna cost me nothing in parts to fix the new project that's coming in Thursday, I think I'm trying to get that sorted out for Thursday. Because I'm off tomorrow again, which is Wednesday, my daughter's birthday. I'm having a day off, so that's it, yeah. So back in on Thursday, but for today, let's go and get the parts. I'll bring them back. I'll show you what we're dealing with, what we've done, and then, yeah, start putting them on the car. So bear with me, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, guys, I am back from the paint shop. As you can see, bonnet, bumper, and door mirror cap cover as well. So they're done. I couldn't pick up the rear bumper, didn't have enough space in the truck, so I'm gonna have to go back for that. But we've got a few bits and pieces to carry on for the moment. Really want to put this bumper back together, all the trims back in place. That can go on, bonnet can go on, wing door cap can go on. I've sent the guy the pictures as well. He said, yeah, no worries. Just get all the bits and pieces on the panels back on the car, get it as a complete car, get it over to him, and he'll paint that part of the, off the car as well. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking with the bumper and the bonnet and pieces like that. And then, yeah, slowly, we're getting back together this car. I've had to order a rear reflector because this one is broken and I forgot all about that. I've got to be honest. I normally sort of, as soon as I know about stuff, order it, but I forgot about ordering it. So what I'm going to do is I've spoken to Ford Parts Plus main dealer, and they are going to bring me out a reflector for this side. The other side's all right, which is this one, which is for the fog light. The fog light holder goes in there and the fog light is there. So that side's okay. It's just this reflector on this side. So yeah, that's coming out to me as well, guys, today. Hopefully we can get this really pushed along. Let's just see how it goes. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Okay, guys, just want to quickly cut in now. I feel like I'm going backwards a little bit at the moment. So basically, what's going on is I've put all the bumper together on the front end. I've went and picked up the rear one now, so I've got that. We can do that in a little while. He wants to get this. The painter wants it back on Thursday, so he can go over that pillar and that section over there on the top. You know, so I'm trying to get things, bits and pieces. I'm trying to get this car back together so I can get it over to him. But I feel like I'm going backwards because the bonnet is not lining up. And I think I've worked out why. So it just won't shut and close. And I think I've worked out why. So basically, when you're trying to shut it, it's hitting here, down there, on both sides of the bonnet when you're trying to go even further. I've got the lock here as high as I can. So technically that should just latch and lock in place. But it just won't, it's just not enough to do it. And it's hitting on both sides and stopping it from sort of going any further. So that means that this slam panel front end is too low. That whole thing needs to come up to give it enough space for the gap to be right here, both sides on the bonnet, and for it to still latch. So we've got a little bit of messing around to do with this slam panel, but it is what it is. It's part of the process of lining everything back up. Do you know what I mean? I didn't do it before I took it for the paint shop because I thought we could do it when I brought it back, and this is exactly what's happened. So yeah, a little bit more work, a little bit more messing around, but we'll get there in the end. So I'll set you up, let's get cracking and move this up to line everything back up again. So let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, there we go. That is much better now. All the lines, all the gaps, everything lines up spot on. It does take messing around up and down, jiggling about or whatever, but it is definitely worth spending the time just to get it absolutely right and all the gaps the same. And it is great now, spot on there. I'm well happy with it. The only thing I'm not 100% happy with, and the painter did warn me about this, he turned around and said, now he said, I know when you put these panels on, you're going to want to buff the wings that were left over that you didn't paint. But he said, please don't do that. And it's very, very slight shade. You can see it very, very different. It's a really tricky one, this red, but he warned me that this was going to happen. He said, and the only way to get them back up is to not flatten polish it, but just polish off the two wings on both sides. In fact, he said, go across into the doors. He said, but I don't want you to do that. And I said, well, okay, why not? He said, well, he needs to paint this up here. And he doesn't want... I said to him, yeah, but I polished the rear quarter to see what it come up like. He went, yeah, that's not too bad because it's on the rear quarter, and it's over that way. It's out of the way of the other side. He said, but don't do any more polishing or don't do any more sort of... Because it's the chemicals that flies around and stuff like that goes over the car, and he doesn't want anything sort of going over the area that he's doing. So he said, please just leave. He said, I know you're going to want to because it's going to be slightly different. But he said, please just leave it alone for now. And then once he does the painting, it's not that bad. It's pretty close. It's not that bad. It's in different lights. It's in different things. But plastic bumpers always look different to metal anyway. Yeah, once he's done his painting, it comes back. We're going to go over this with the machine, and I'm sure, or probably around the car actually, because once I've cleaned it, I will just polish the whole car because I think that will just make it really, really stand out, and definitely worth doing. But it is really hard not to do it right now because I want to see what it's going to look like and make sure it matches. But he promised me, please leave it alone. So, and he watches the videos as well. So don't worry, mate. I'm definitely going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it. Wait until I'll get it back from the next time you do the other painting. But yeah, it's not that bad. It ain't, but it does need a polish both sides. Right. Okay. I was just about to have a little bit of food, have some lunch whilst I wait for my delivery from the main dealer for Fords. But it is turned up. It is turned up. So here we go. So there's the reflector that needs to go in the bumper before we put the bumper on, because trying to get these on or off with the bumper in place is an absolute pig of a job. So it's best to put them on first, then put the bumper on in place. So that is what we're going to do next. Going to turn the car around so that the back end is this end, and we're going to get on with the rear end, rear bumper, and all the trims. We can now do that as well. So yeah, let's keep going. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so the reflector and the fog light holder is in place on there. The bottom trim you can do once it's been fitted, because you've now put the bumper on, and then you connect them through. Where is it? Here. So there's there's a little plug through that to hold it on place, and there's one here as well. And then once you've done that, and then the outside trim, black trim, can go on. But I did say that I was going to mastic these vents before we do this. So I've just popped out, I've grabbed some mastic, and we're going to do this around the vents just before we put this back. I might just do it around here as well, because look, that's obviously, that's loose as well, so it's not really worth doing it. So I'll just mastic those up there, give these a mastic around the vents, because you can't actually get to those really once the bumper's on, but you can get to the lights and you can get to this part to seal it up afterwards if there's any problems. There's no issue. I'm not doing this because there is an issue. I'm doing this because I feel like that, you know, one day maybe down the line, it might happen, because not every Fiesta, you know, it doesn't, this water leaking damage thing doesn't affect every single Fiesta. So it may never have a problem with this, but I just thought, you know, prevention is better than cure. So whilst the bumper's off, let's get them done. And then the new owner has got nothing to worry about on the rear end when it comes to leaks. If there's any problems, he can get to it this end, the top end, you know what I mean? But behind the bumper, they're sealed. So I'm going to do that next. And then we're going to put the bumper on, and then we're going to continue. So, yeah, let's do this. So there we go. The bumper is back on. There is a few bits and pieces I've still got to do to this car, but it's kind of ready to go to the paint shop. Just got to put the number plates on both back and front. I'll get those on, and then it can go to the paint shop. Then it can come back, and then we can go over it and get every single thing done. Like there's a trim missing at the bottom there, so I just got to put that in. I'm sure I had one of those, can't find it anywhere. So yeah, I'll get that sorted anyway, and that'll finish that off. Again, can't touch it when it comes to sort of doing any sort of polishing and anything like that at all. He just said, no, leave it as it is, and then when it comes back, and then you can deal with it. Like when it comes back, he said, I just don't want anything contaminants around the area. Do you know what I mean? So I really want to polish up the tailgate, the quarters on both sides, really sort of, you know, wash the car, go all over it and stuff like that. I suppose washing the car is okay, but he said don't sort of do any sort of polishing or anything until I've done you know, and finished the painting, because he hasn't actually, he's seen it in pictures, but he hasn't actually seen the actual car in the flesh kind of thing. So he said just leave it as it is, and he said he'll sort it out when he gets it from me. So yeah, that's kind of it now, really. I'm going to leave it as it is. Not going to do any more until he's ready for it. I think he wants this on Thursday. Like I said, guys, I'm not in tomorrow. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow, and we're going to spend the day as a family. We're going out for the day for her birthday. So yeah, but that's enough today. I've done loads on this car, back and front. It's getting really, really close now to be finished. Obviously, we've still got to do an MOT, but I don't want to do that until obviously come back from the paint shop, get all that sorted, and then we'll get it. Yeah, this again, because I've done so much on this with the service, the timing belt, the water pump. It's got a full service history as well. That, you know, it is a really, really nice car, and that is why I wanted to save this one, because it's a great car. It's even got new discs and pads on the front. Yeah, a great little Fiesta for someone. And yeah, the last red one that we've got. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is the end of today's video. Don't forget to drop me a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. And on Thursday, I think the new project's coming in. So I think we should be able to get cracking on that, but I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Take care.